anniversary of the Atlanta Pride Festival. And this event is of particular significance to me because being one member of the GLBT community to serve on council, and yes, I'm wearing my pin. It also is important because this year marks another milestone for me personally, and it was 20 years ago this year that I came out. So I've been participating in Atlanta Pride for half of your existence. And I'm thrilled, and I'm hoping that there will be many more to come. I know many of you view Pride Weekend as just a festival. It's just a weekend of fun, a weekend of parades, a weekend where our community gets together and has a good time. But there's really much more to that, not just to me, but also to members of my community. It is a chance for us to come together to celebrate. It's a chance to acknowledge our accomplishments, our achievements, and all the wonderful things that make my community, our community, unique. And although it's also a time to come together to celebrate victories. We had a small victory this summer on the march towards marriage equality out in California, and it is a chance for us to recognize that. But it's also a time for our community to come together and mourn our losses. If you've been following the news recently, you know that our community is still fighting stigma, we're still fighting shame. So much so that 5 teenagers recently opted to take their own lives rather than, I can't believe I'm getting emotional talking about this, but they chose to take their own lives rather than live and be the people that they are and they should be. So I think, and I use that as my inspiration for the work that I'm doing. I know that our community does that too. And I invite the rest of you to use that as your inspiration and help us in our march towards equality. We've got a long journey ahead of us, and I invite you on it with us, but I am thrilled, I'm beyond thrilled actually, to present this proclamation to Atlanta Pride, recognizing their 40th year and all the accomplishments and contributions they make to our community. So, well, I invite you to come up and say a few words.
First, I'd really like to thank City Council President Mitchell for having us here today, and thank you, Councilmember Wan, for presenting this proclamation to us today. I also want to take a second to thank the entire City Council. So many of you have found a way to participate in our events throughout the years, and we always notice that you're there, and we definitely appreciate the support. We are very fortunate to have the kind of support in the City of Atlanta from our officials that we have, when so many of the other Pride organizations around the Southeast do not have that kind of privilege. So we really, really do appreciate the support you all give us. This year is our 40th anniversary, as Councilmember Wan pointed out, although I would like to take a minute and say on the record that you've actually been out for 2/3 of my existence. It is our 40th anniversary. We are incredibly excited. 40 years ago, folks in the community marched down the streets of Atlanta with paper bags over their heads. And now we will have one of the largest parades I think we've ever had in our history. So we are very, very excited. We are also excited about the economic impact that our event has on the small businesses around the City of Atlanta, with an estimated $35 million impact on the city. We know that our event is good for growth and good for the residents of the City of Atlanta. We invite all of you guys to come out. We would love to see you. We love the support. We are the largest Pride event in the Southeast. This year we will be the largest event in the country to coincide with National Coming Out Day. So we are very excited about that. So thank you again for having us, and we humbly accept this proclamation, and we look forward to seeing you all next weekend. Thank you.